Welcome back, my quick crypto family and coin factory family, for those depending on where you're joining from. But yeah, this now makes it 1 full week, I believe, of streaming, and things are going good here in the community. I'd like to say we've got a few updates today. Ultimately, just talking about the general Casper and crypto news, and yeah, we can see as of right now, Casper is now valued at 15.75 cents, down 1.9% on the daily time frame, and this is precisely what I was talking about in my last live stream yesterday. For those who caught it, I predicted that right now, with the the predicament going on with the real world developments with the Fed cuts, rate cuts, interest cuts, and what's happening in the market, that we're going to see a lot of consolidation likely in this region, probably for the rest of this month, depending on the catalysts that occur. And from that point onwards, then we'll start seeing a bit more developments elsewhere leading up to September, and then we'll likely see a retest back at its all-time high and a push from there. But we'll get into that a little bit more in this stream. But yeah, honestly, ultimately, exciting times still ahead of us. We have news regarding some exchanges. For example, here we can see from this post that Casper has been taken off exchanges like hot pancakes. Buyers are overall happy with the current price range, and this is very bullish news ultimately. Now, the reason why Casper has been taken off exchanges like hot pancakes, I'd like to believe, is due to the current sentiment in the market, where it's a massive struggle. Everything's gone down massively, so they're just taking a lot of exchanges have ended up shutting down, whether it be stock markets shutting down temporarily, or even crypto markets have to take some stuff down. But as we can see, this news hasn't caused a massive crash in Casper, because with respect, hot pancakes is not a massive exchange. But this is still, in my opinion, it's good news, because if anything, this sends the price further down. That's more opportunity to buy up cheap Casper and get to fill more of your bag. So this is a very, very big news. I got informed by this by a member in my Discord server, my free Discord server. So anyone who wants to join, the link to join is on my homepage, also in the description, and I'll put it in the chat for you all as well. But yeah, some exciting developments taking place right now. Let me chat come up. There you go. Yeah, ultimately, this is, I would like to believe it's still very big news, or it doesn't have much of a, it doesn't have a significant difference, but it's not bad news at the same time as well. It's just with how the financial markets currently going, by a better choice of words, a lot of these exchanges are struggling with the current crisis that's in front of us right now. But we can see we have other developments here. This here, a big post, which is just indicative of just plainly simply just don't panic, right? Just don't panic. JP Morgan says institutions bought the dip while retail panic sold aggressively. Retail sold $1 billion yesterday, or the days before, minus 2.5 standard deviation below the 12 million average. Institutions bought $14 billion worth, which is over 2.9 above the 12 million average. So this is indicative of what's going to happen. When everyone was panicking yesterday of all the market crashes and whatnot, or the day before, the massive crashes, retail said, oh, well, that's great, let's buy more. They are trying to squeeze you out. This is not the end of the world. This is, in my opinion, a bear trap. And the institutions are just trying to do what they can to squeeze you out. And all we're seeing right now is just the consolidation or stagnation of the market while we're waiting to see what happens next, right? We know that there's allegedly going to be an emergency meeting. Welcome, Shy Leash. Welcome, Shy Leash. When's the bull run starting? I can't wait. Well, that's the thing. I think the bull run, ultimately the proper bull run will start 2025. I think we'll see some signs of it starting coming September, October. I think we'll start seeing some more positive price action leading up to then, due to the rate cuts finally coming into play in the United States, hopefully by that point, which will eventually see more. It'll be a sign that the economy is struggling, so we need to cut rates, so that'll be bad, but then it'll level it out, meaning more money in the economy for the retailers and everyone else, and then we'll see a increase in the market. So I'm predicting right now, hedging my bets on, we're seeing a more consolidation period around this time, below the all-time high for Casper. Leading up to September, we might be retesting the all-time high again, and once we get to I'd like to believe mid to late September. I could be earlier than that, again depending on developments, but I like to believe mid to late September we'll start seeing pushes to higher and higher, especially considering now that the KRC20 has been delayed, but it has been effectively also confirmed that the anticipated launch date for KRC20 is going to be late August, September. So once this comes out, and if it comes out to be fully fleshed out as we hoped it to be, because they're spending so much time making sure it's, it's sorted all the issues, then this could also be good for Kaspa's price action as well. Barker Galoon Nug, welcome. I expect the market to top in December. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see a top in the market. I don't disagree in that. I mean, the predictions made by other industry experts for the one I can think on top of my head is the Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. He believes that the crypto market will hit $5 trillion by the end of this year. So he thinks there'll be over a 2x from this point in the crypto market cap by the end of this year, and Bitcoin therefore will probably reach 100k. So if that comes to fruition, then assets like Kaspa are going to go parabolic as well, and has the chance to reach as high as $1, in my opinion, by the end of this year. And then come January next year, we'll see some, consolidation price, whatever, going up and down. But ultimately, the bull run will be going up. And as the title of the video states, how much will Kaspa be worth in 2025? I have my bets conservatively at $3. But again, depending on developments with KRC20, 10 BPS, tier 1 institutions launching Kaspa on their website, spot listings, smart contract, everything else, we could potentially see Kaspa go as high as $7 or even $10. So ultimately, this is just another great opportunity to, fill your bags potentially. So yeah, this is all in all very, very good news. And we can see Kaspa is continuing to grow its adoption more and more. You heard it here first, the first ever bar in the United Kingdom to accept Kaspa payment. So Kaspa is now starting more and more now across the world to getting its adoption to be used as a medium of exchange, a peer-to-peer electronic currency, which is exactly what Satoshi envisioned. Exactly what Jonathan Topolinsky envisioned. This is what Kaspa meant to be. It's going to happen all over the world, and soon enough, Kaspa will be, well, effectively what credit cards are now, like Apple Pay. You tap, bang, pay. It's going to be that of Kaspa, and it's going to be even faster and even more decentralized, even more safe, and the fees will be cheaper as well. So this is it's good to see that we're seeing more and more adoption happening right now all around the world. And the reason also why I stated I believe we'll start seeing some more bullish price movement leading up to September and then beyond so is because now the second wave, as it's been called by some institutional leaders, is starting. I believe it was Cathie Woods who stated that when the Bitcoin ETFs were first launched, we're seeing the first wave of adoption with BlackRock, Fidelity, 21 Shares, MicroStrategy all getting into the market. But the big banks, the other big institutions, the likes of Morgan Stanley, for example, they haven't made that jump into the market yet to start issuing ETFs. And we can see now that they are starting tomorrow. This came from yesterday. So today, Morgan Stanley are going to start pitching to their clients to buy Bitcoin ETF by BlackRock, Fidelity. 15,000 wealth advisors selling Bitcoin ETFs to boomers. This is very, very bullish. And it's all starting right now. So we're going to start seeing a consolidation. The Fed money printing's back, which long term will mean the dollar value will diminish more, the value of the dollar. But it means that imminent short term, we're going to see more liquidity into the market, more money probably flowing into risk assets, on risk assets like crypto and stocks. So again, short term, we'll see a big bull cycle and we'll see a lot of positive price movement. It's all starting right now, September, October, and from that point onwards, we'll see a lot of bullish movement, in my opinion. If Kaspa hits $10, it will be awesome. Oh God, do you believe it? If Kaspa hit $10, I will retire there and then. I'll still happily be making content. I do this not necessarily for a job, I do it for passion because I love talking about crypto. I love Kaspa. I just talk about it because it's what I enjoy doing. But if it hit $10, then I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I'm going to be hopefully laughing at the likes of the Da Vinci Jeremys and Fred Krugers of the world who are funding this project the whole time, just telling them you should have believed, because for me it is inevitable that one day Kaspa will reach $10. How soon is anyone's guess, but I think developments say that it is possible to happen in this bull cycle if we get everything we're asking for. The tier listings, the smart contracts that could be coming up before the end of the bull cycle, KRC20 out, which should definitely happen, and 10 BPS as well. All of it. There's so much coming, and even then we've got the Dagonite as well. Dagonite and much more coming. The Caspay wallets, everything that's going to just send Kaspa's price parabolic in the future to come. David, welcome back, man. Good to see you here every single day. Where do you think Kaspa will consolidate at after the bull run? It heavily depends on the top for Kaspa, right? And also what happens afterwards. It depends on when the catalyst happen as well. So let's say that we see Kaspa reach a price of, let's say $7, $8, right? And we have tier 1 listings of every major exchange bar, let's just say 1 or 2 tier 1s have not listed Kaspa just yet, but otherwise every other tier 1's listed Kaspa. We have KRC20 will be out by then, 10 BPS should be running by then, and we have smart contracts out. $7 Kaspa, $8 Kaspa at that point. I think we'll probably see Kaspa consolidate back to around, I would say, considering what happens to other crypto assets when we see a top. Like if we look at Bitcoin, for example, when we saw a top last year, we saw Bitcoin go from the price of 69, bottoming out at 15, right? Saw a 77-80% correction. So in that regard, if we look at Kaspa and we say Kaspa's going to go up to the price of $7-8 or something like that, let's say 7 for this example here, then we could see Kaspa probably going from, if we do that again, similarly, it'll be what? Around, yeah, that makes sense. I think around $1 to $3. I think is a conservative idea. If Kaspa reaches $7, we'll probably see a similar correction back down. Because right now it does follow Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin does that, that's not to say that Kaspa won't do the same. But again, in saying that, we have to keep in mind, keep vigilant that institutional adoption is here, and they may not want crypto to go down. Oh my gosh, they might not want crypto to go down as fast as that. They might want to keep crypto a little bit higher, so it may not correct down and go down as far as 80%, 70%. So I would say if Kaspa reaches $7, and we have a lot of the developments happening in the next 2 years that actually come out, we'll see Kaspa consolidate back down to $1 to $3. If Kaspa doesn't get there and reaches, let's say $5 this cycle, and we still haven't had a major tier ones, haven't got smart contracts out. If smart contracts come out in the early stage of the bear cycle, I think Kaspa will it'll continue, consolidating in due time, I think, but it will keep a higher price point for a little bit longer. 40 billion, then back to 10 billion in the bear market. Yeah, I think that's entirely, again, there are possibilities, right? The biggest factor regarding Kaspa, which is why it's hard to predict where Kaspa will go as opposed to other projects, is because Kaspa's not experienced a bull cycle yet. Kaspa is a virgin in regards to the volatility that comes in the crypto bull market. We don't know where the top will be for it. There are indicators that can showcase it will reach $3 and $1 and $5, but there's loads of predictions that are coming about, but we don't actually know. Bitcoin, we have proof time and time again, because it follows power laws as well, but we can see time and time again, we have an idea of where it will come, where the tops will be based on its previous cycle. We know how much it tends to pump, and we know it goes higher and higher every single year, but we don't know where Kaspa's top is by any stretch. Other projects as well, as you look at other projects regarding like Ethereum, where the top, the top topped out at like 5k, and then previously, you can normally predict based on these indicators where the top might be. But Kaspa it launched in the worst bear market. It's hard to predict where it's going to be. So, truth be told, you don't know where it's going to go. But it is for that reason why I'm so excited, because there's so much FOMO. Kaspa has, in my opinion, everything to prove, but it's doing it, right? It's got everything to prove all the developments it's putting into place, but it's doing it right now, time and time again. Institutional investors now get into Kaspa as well, because they believe in this project and what it's trying to do, and that for me is so bullish and proof of where Kaspa is going to be in the future, of what it's going to be utilized as a medium of exchange, a peer-to-peer currency. Gordon Gecko, hello from Miami. Welcome. My realistic price target for Kaspa 2025 is $2.75. I think that's a conservative prediction. I think $2.75 is a conservative prediction for Kaspa. I think we can see Kaspa go higher, personally. Again, it depends on the catalyst and what happens, whether it be the tier 1 listings, because as I mentioned in my previous streams and a video I made recently, Kraken have Kaspa futures. Coinbase funded Kaspa's original research. OKX is part of the KEF, Kaspa Economic Foundation. Binance has Kaspa futures and now a mining pool with zero fees. These 4 exchanges know of Kaspa and are connected to Kaspa one way or the other. So that for me tells me we're going to get at least one of them. I think Binance is probably the closest one, at least one of them to list Kaspa in this bull cycle, and that will do massive factor for Kaspa in the price action. Like, we'll see Kaspa go parabolic, especially if it's Binance. You know, $20 billion 24-hour trading volume right now, 11 million weekly visits. That is nuts, absolutely insane. And I think Kaspa with that alongside 10 blocks per second, because think about it as well. If you look at it with KRC20, the Kaspa blockchain, that's already the fastest proof of work blockchain in existence, and then you put 10 BPS on it, making it even much faster, making it 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, it's going to be able to compete with the likes of the top blockchain right now, being that of Ethereum. And if it does that, it will steal a lot of its liquidity, a lot of its market. 50% of all stablecoins, I believe, run off Ethereum, and Kaspa could take all of that if it turns out to be what it's meant to be. Which there's a lot of like I said, Kaspa's got everything to lose right now, but it could happen. So if the KRC20 at 10 BPS comes out in this bull cycle, we could see a lot of liquidity switch from the likes of Ethereum and Solana and Tron to the likes of Kaspa, and that would give more use case to Kaspa and therefore more price action for Kaspa as well, as it's utilized as a medium of exchange. Leo, good morning, Caspians. Good morning, sir. Or for me, good afternoon. I'm guessing you're Pacific or somewhere else in the world, but it's great to see I have people all around the world watching these streams. I welcome you all. Leo, my man, welcome again from Australia. 11:30 p.m. for you right now, or almost reaching midnight. So you're a legend, truly. Blue Iron loves Kaspa and Ondo. Warned. Yeah, well, I mean, those who got into Kaspa early, they were the smart ones. Me, myself, I was looking at Kaspa at $3. Didn't get into it at $3 because I just didn't do my research back then. I was young back then. I was young and naive, but you know, $3 did my research. As soon as I saw Kaspa reach $5, I did my research. I learnt what Kaspa's about, the founders, what they did, what they have done, what they plan to do, and I was like, it's a no-brainer. Go on at $5, and I'll be trying to buy at the bottom every single time, be filling my bag, and obviously now we're sitting at 15, and it's going up still. So it is very, very good to see. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to call a lot of these bottoms based on research that I've been doing with Kaspa and with market sentiments, which is why I also recently just created a free Discord server, so I can give back a little bit to the community. So right now, all of us are in this community building on knowledge together because we're all trying to learn more to help make the most of this market, the biggest bull market in history. So I'll put a link in the chat right now, description as well, and also in my homepage, is right on the homepage. If you want to join, feel free to join, and we just try to build our knowledge and just learn as much as we can to make as much money as possible in this bull cycle. It won't be $7 this cycle though. What are you on about? Like I said, I don't think it's like, if you're basing it purely off power law, then no. Power law, which takes on the emission schedule, which takes on, you know, price over time, it will top out at $3. I know that factor, so I think $3 is like, I see that happening based on everything happening, because institutional adoption, again, not just Kaspa not being in a bull cycle, we've never seen a bull cycle with institutional adoption to the scale, if ever. So that is going to do absolutely mental things for the crypto market. And that's the thing. I mean, this is me myself as well. I don't know truly where the bull cycle top's going to be, but no one does. We can make predictions, but based on the fact that it's institutional adoption, Bitcoin topped out at 69k last bull cycle. In a bear cycle, technically still, we've already reached new all-time highs at 74k. That is insane. So now we've got institutional investors. We could see this very easily reach 150, if not 200, 250k, if not even higher. Who actually knows? But based on the fact that we've got institutional adoption coming in from all sides of the crypto space into Kaspa as well now, thanks to the KII, the Kaspa Industrial Initiative, which I'm going to get the page up right now. This is just another massive indicator of what's incoming for Kaspa and for crypto, and this could do massive factor for their price, because this is trillions and trillions of dollars. Not to mention the financial industry right now. Right now, the payment system runs on Swift network, and it's slow and it's clunky and it's old. It's very, very old. These institutions, the central banks, the governments want to now use Swift. Not Swift. They want to now use blockchain. So now we're seeing crypto becoming an integral part of the financial system. That's going to do wonders for crypto's adoption in the future as a asset class. So we can see a lot more price action than we predict, and we can see Kaspa go really, really, colossal in value again with 10 BPS, KR220, exchange listings, smart contracts. Again, smart contract will be paramount. Smart contract will allow Kaspa to compete with Ethereum, so we could potentially see Kaspa go that high. But again, for me conservatively, I'm going to take profits where I can at the top. I'm going to take profits at $1, $1.50, $2, etc., etc. For me conservative, I think Kaspa will definitely reach $3. Personally, I think Kaspa easily has the potential to reach $3, and then depending on what developments come out, we can see it go further on from there. That's currently where my head's at. Hey Gecko, we are on the goal for Venice. That was a crazy storm. Oh, I mean, if you've got a storm out there, guys, I wish you, stay safe out there. Geological events goes crazy right now. 1 year ago, Solana was $23. Capital could go anywhere. I just posted some stuff in the Discord. Check it out later. I will check it out as soon as I can. The stream's over. I'll have a look. Again, Leroy is recently joined the Discord community, and he has already told me he's loving it right now, and everyone there seems to be really enjoying themselves. So yeah, it's just to help build your knowledge and to help us grow in this space. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far, and in just a span of 1 week, because I launched it on Wednesday or Tuesday last week, so 7-8 days, and I've already surpassed 100 members. It's growing so quickly, and it'll continue growing. So if you want to be a part of it, then please feel free to click the link in the chat description or on my channel page. $1.50 I think is, I mean, I can't say guaranteed because nothing's guaranteed in crypto. Like, I got to be careful, not a financial advisor, tread your discretion, but I think $1.50 is very, very doable. I think $1 by the end of this year, in my opinion, is very likely. It's a possibility. So I think $1.50 is that's a very conservative prediction in my opinion. Okay, enough. I'm selling everything for Kaspa. Whoa. I think holding a large bag in Kaspa is very worthwhile, but me personally, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% all in on Kaspa. It's by far and away my largest bag. There's no doubt about it. Kaspa's my largest bag, but the safe thing to do is always, in my opinion, has always been to diversify your portfolio. I hold other assets aside from Kaspa. I look at real world utility tokens. I have looked into gaming projects in the past, and I will look again when the bull cycle starts a little bit more, because right now we can see gaming projects like Vulcan Forge, for example, it's near its all-time lows. But again, I know this project, I know what they're building, and I saw what they did in the last bull cycle. I truly believe that Vulcan Forge will return to its all-time high, if not surpass that. Again, thanks to institutional adoption in crypto, so more liquidity than ever in crypto, and that for me is like, okay, well, that's a potential 25x. So Vulcan Forge is one that I love, and I will get into in this cycle when I believe the time is right. It's near its all-time low, so I'm going to be going in I think I'm going to go in quite soon. You've got other ones that are also looking pretty promising, like Nakamoto. Mirio's a new one. GFAL, who the developers of GFAL are like industry experts in Web 2. They used to work for the likes of Blizzard, Activision, all the big companies. I think EA as well, and they made this crypto industry, so that's also potential. Gala's one that I was in quite a lot. I saw this, I was in it when this pump happened. I took it to the top, made some money off that. It was very, very good. But Gala has it's still a gaming company technically, but it's switched more to focus on layer 1 protocols now, so I'm not sure if it'll do the same as it was planning to do in the future. But again, if it returns to its all-time highs, that would be a very, very decent price increase. We're looking at like a 39x, something like that. So it's looking very, very good. So gaming crypto is one that I love as well. And then again, what's happening with the market right now, like I said, with the whole monetary system switching from Swift to blockchain, a lot of these real world utility tokens are getting a lot of attention. XRP is currently one that seems to have the most attention from central banks and institutions and governments all around the world. You've got XLM, you've got Quant, HBAR, you've got XDC. All of them seem to have a real purpose in this new monetary system, and for that reason, I do hold a bag. Now, full disclosure, I don't hold a big bag in them because most of these projects are centralized, and therefore there's always a risk that they could just take all the assets and you'd be left with nothing. There's always a risk of that, and I don't want that. So I don't hold a big bag. I'm taking precautions, so I put a small bag in it to cover my assets, to hedge my bets, and if XRP does what everyone believes it's going to do, which is reach, even $10, if not 100, if not 1,000, let's just say, numbers vary around the community. As always, people just speculate and reach $10,000 and whatnot. But in this regard, I'm like, okay, well, I'll put a little bit in If it goes up, great, I've made money, and the bag I got in there is worth nothing to me. Like I don't care if it goes to zero. I would care if Kaspa goes to zero, but Kaspa is a fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation, no pre-mining, making it borderline impossible for Kaspa to ever go to zero. It can't be rug-pulled, right? So Kaspa for me is like by far my biggest bag, the one I'm most bullish on, and I think Kaspa going to be one of the biggest gainers in this market, especially if you got in early in the bear cycle. Again, I got in at $5. I think we like that. I'm already 3x up. It reaches the likes of $5. That's, you know, maths 10x, no, 100x. Yeah. Oh God, I can't math. What the? Point being, yeah, it'll go crazy, right? But yeah, for what 5 cents at $5, yeah, 100x. Gosh, sorry, late. Slav, $5 by the end of 2025. Yeah, that is where I think we will likely see Kaspa go up. I think okay, $3 conservative, $5 likely in my opinion, and then 7-10 depending on what developments come out, whether it's be smart contracts, tier ones, or whatever. And we're seeing a lot of these indicators suggest that we're going to see a shift happening within the next month or two. Like with the next month or two, we're going to see a lot of developments. Like I said, JP Morgan saying institutions bought the dip when everyone was selling. So they don't want crypto to go. Evidently, they're making as much money as possible. The fear to greed index is in extreme fear at 17, which is just a sign that, you know, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. Right now, there's fear in the market, and we know that crypto is not going to go. This is proof. Crypto is not going to die. So this just means, okay, it's a very massive low, but crypto is still going to turn back and come up. So it's a great opportunity, right? Again, Morgan Stanley are now pitching. You've got the wave 2 of institutional adoption coming in. We're going to start seeing more people buying up Bitcoin, and that will trickle the liquidity into the other blue chips and altcoins like Kaspa as well. And things are going to go parabolic. And again, later this month, if not early next month, September, KRT20 will come back out, the relaunch. We also have the KAI, like I mentioned, who are doing amazing things right now. They also announced about a week or two ago now. Where's my post? I retweeted it on my Twitter page. You want to go give it a follow as well. Quick Crypto. There is the Quick Crypto there. That's the handle for it. It's also again on my my YouTube page, Quick Crypto right here. But yeah, the KAI mentioned that coming in September we will see a Kaspa enterprise event where they're going to be talking about support mechanisms for the KII launchpad, but also for enterprises to get hold of Kaspa. Not to mention as well, the KII announced maybe a week before that as well, that the DII, which DII is the company, is the chairman of KII, is also the CEO and president of DII, the founder, and they have international group partnership over 110 energy infrastructure. They have massive partnerships, the likes of Shell, the likes of Hyundai, and many, many more. And now KII announced that these partners of DII want access and want to be in partnership with Kaspa. So again, a lot of developments happening right now. We're in my opinion to be a bear trap. We're going to see a lot more consolidation, you know, highs and lows in this market. I think we may potentially see more lows incoming, especially if the emergency meeting happening this week, if it does happen, they do decide to cut rates. Because they decide to cut rates, we will see it'll be a sign that the economy is weak. So we'll see maybe a little bit of positive price movement followed by more corrections, and we'll keep going in this sort of fashion around here, I believe. Then leading up to September, where there'll be definitely, in my opinion, a definite rate cut in September, where again we'll see it probably reach up here, again consolidate, and then we'll start seeing mid to late September explosion, especially if the likes of, again, XRP, talk about this briefly, they've been in a lawsuit with the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, for over 3 years, and they are on the literal cusp of the final judgment, the final verdict in this lawsuit. They've already been determined not to be a security. So if they get the verdict they've got the verdict already. So once they get the final verdict of a settlement deal with them, XRP could be Bitcoin will still be the leader in this market for the meantime. It won't be the biggest earner, you know, ROI will be probably Kaspa or other projects, but XRP might end up being a catalyst for the altcoin bull run. if it gets that verdict, we could see XRP asset that probably jumps to, well, it jumped to $1 back here from 47 to almost $1 just from the announcement. So once we get the official verdict, we can see it jump probably higher than that, and we'll see a lot of assets probably follow in suit, like gradually after that. And that again is likely to happen in this summer. I think mid to late September is where the CEO of Ripple stated he believes it to happen. So again, these next 2 months, I think, are going to be potentially the final low, unless more developments happen. Things are always changing in the markets, in the world, but otherwise these next 2 months are going to be very, very important, and potentially the low point of the crypto market we're going to see right now before the bull cycle, and it's just going to go up from then. And if you're in this live stream right now, or in my opinion any live stream before 2025, you are very, very lucky. Better still, if you're in my free Discord server at any time now, you're also going to be in my opinion, a very good position, because you're going to end up building your knowledge to help call the bottoms and help analyze the market, because that's all we're talking about in there. Talking about how to judge the markets and what good developments are coming out for crypto projects, whether it be Kaspa, whether it be XRP, whether it be any projects right now. We're just talking about bullish, like talking about the market sentiment and what's coming out. So it's an exciting time to be in crypto, and there's so much coming in for Kaspa right now. So whether you see news like this, again, as I mentioned at the beginning, it being taken off exchanges, it is not a bad thing. If anything, this is just good, because it means that the price might diminish a little bit more before eventually they will relist Kaspa and will go back up. And the reason they delisted it is probably due to the market crashing. They don't have the liquidity or the capability to be able to list Kaspa right now. A lot of exchanges crashed. And this is again another sign that we're going to start seeing more liquidity flood into the market. So yeah, we've got a lot of very, very big things coming. And I'm very optimistic about what's going to be happening in the future, especially because come November, I believe it is. I'm going to quickly double check that, but I believe it's in November. Okay. Sorry, forgive me, I'm not American. I don't live in America, but I'm pretty sure, 5th of November is the election, right? And whether you believe it or not, the politics in the United States is very, very, the politics does influence the market, especially crypto right now, a lot, right? Like crypto's become a bipartisan issue in the United States government, and the elections will also be a very big catalyst to what's happening in the market. Right now, I don't have a political opinion on crypto, a political opinion on the Democrats or the conservatives. I'm not in America, it doesn't bother me too much, but right now in the crypto space, a lot of people, for understandable reasons, want Trump to come out on top, because he's been pro-crypto from pretty much the get-go. And the Democrats are also the reasons why we've seen so much stifling and suppressed innovation in America with crypto, because they've been the ones being anti-crypto the whole time. So I think regardless of who gets in power, we're going to see crypto, they're going to have to be pro-crypto. They can't be against it anymore, but a lot of people want Trump to win. So if Trump does end up winning, we'll probably see a lot more imminent price movement, as opposed to the Democrats, Kamala Harris winning, and it'll probably be a bit more stagnant before it goes up. I mean, crypto's going up regardless, right? But again, the latter half of this year, we got September, we'll see a catalyst for bull markets. October will be the same. November, we're going to see, I believe, from latter half of this month to not to next month, latter half of August to not September, just this steady accumulation of price action for Kaspa, for crypto, and we'll see a lot more bullish stuff happening from here. And especially, again, as I mentioned, with Binance now opening a free mining pool, a zero fees mining pool, we could potentially see a listing before the end of this year. That's a big stretch, of course. I agree, it's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination, but if it happens, that would definitely send Kaspa to above $1, I believe, before the end of this year, and that could be massive news. But yeah, we can see a lot happening. Like we can see again more. We can see how the crypto space is affecting the markets right now. And a lot of people now, crypto become a very political issue. So November is going to be a very, very big time. And I think that Kaspa is. I think if you're in Kaspa right now, you are in a unique position. Personally, I think Kaspa is truly one of the best, if not the best, crypto project in the space right now. Fair launch, proof of work, new applications to the miners, sold to Trilemma, and it is only valued at 16 cents. It is dirt cheap. In my opinion, it's dirt cheap, and this is a project that we could easily see reach $1, $3 I believe also very easily, $5 potentially, and even from there on, depending on what's happening, 7, 10 in 2025. And it's just going to keep going up. And for me, Kaspa is a project that I just continue to fill my bags. I will never, in my opinion, I don't think I'm ever going to have zero Kaspa. I'll take profits, I'll take some money out when I need it as a peer-to-peer medium exchange, but I will always own Kaspa and just let it keep stacking up in due time. And if you bought Kaspa before tier 1s, before KRC20, before Rust, if you bought Kaspa before $1, before 20 cents, you are so much money to be made in the future, in my opinion. So much money to be made in the future. And for anyone here who, you know, enjoys the live streams that I've been doing them daily right now. This is my 7th or 8th live stream in a row, and I'm enjoying them a lot. If you guys enjoy them, then please feel free to leave it a like, share with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. And keep spreading the love, man. Keep spreading the love, because we are the fortunate ones to be in crypto and Kaspa so very early. There's so much incoming for this project. So much incoming. Like if we go and look at the Kaspa website, which is right, it's not the right one, but that's something that Kaspa Pay is coming out as well. I'm going to make a video on that at some point in the future as well. There. We look at the developments coming in right now for Kaspa. We've got so much coming in. You know, already have the Dagonite's going to be absolutely game changer for Kaspa. They've done the research already. They published it, but now do the developing. The mobile wallet's already out. Rust is done. Rust is on Kaspa right now. We have Rust, so it's just when the hard fork for 10 BPS happens, we're waiting for that. We're currently in development of upgrading to the Dagonite protocol, which will be massive, potentially 100 blocks per second, game changing, making it 60,000 times faster than Bitcoin. Like, there's so much coming. Smart contracts, Arch-Hard node improvements. You know, there's just there's constant developments happening for Kaspa. It's not a project that anyone that fuds this project, I just laugh. I truly do. I laugh. I don't see the need to fud Kaspa. Because it's not like they've done what effectively no other crypto has been able to do in this market, which is just continuously increase in value and prove everyone wrong time and time again. You know, from its launch, just going up in value. Since its launch, Cap has increased in value. Normally it tells me, oh, that's because I'm not on here. Yeah, an 84,800 and so an 848x. It is up tremendously since its launch, and this is again the beginning. This is so early into Kaspa, so I couldn't be more bullish on this project and where it's going in the future, and things are only going to go up from here. And we've got so much more incoming as well. And there are people who believe that Kaspa will also reach top 10 in this bull cycle as well. I mean, you have to flip the likes of Cardano, which I truly think is possible. I don't see why not, right? I think Kaspa can flip Cardano, because if Kaspa was to do that at this current price point, if I get the website up, if Kaspa was to flip Cardano, we'd have to see almost a 3x in the price of Kaspa right now, and Kaspa would have to reach a market cap of 3.8 billion. No, that's where it's currently at. Sorry, no, it had to reach a market cap of, well, yeah, current value right now, Kaspa would have to reach the price of, 50 cents, which it's at 15. That is not hard. Kaspa to reach 50 cents is inevitable. That, for me, I will believe is inevitable. That's easily doable. For it to reach an $11.5 billion market cap, again, very easy. Now, for all-time high, will Kaspa reach that? $3.90, $4, a 24x, $100 billion market cap? I don't see why not. I think Kaspa has the potential to do so. The power law says $3 at its top. But again, with institutional investments, which doesn't take into account everything else, I don't see why Kaspa could not reach the price of 3, 4, 5, 6, even higher. And then Kaspa will be able to flip projects like Cardano, the likes of Toncoin, Dogecoin, XRP, if XRP stays at the same price, and everything else. And if KRC20 comes out, 10 blocks per second, which it should happen in this bull cycle, it will compete with the likes of the Solana blockchain and the Ethereum blockchain with smart contracts coming out as well, which could put it even higher in value. $2 to $4 this $2 to $4 this time next year. I think that is a high possibility, in my opinion. Yes, I think Kaspa could reach there by 2025 quite comfortably this time next year, and the peak is normally the latter half of September to October time, and we can see it go higher from there. So and also not to mention one factor that not many people talk about, again, which is going to be big, is right now obviously Kaspa mining. Again, I mentioned the Binance mining pool, I won't mention that again, and we've got the Marathon Digital Holdings also mining Kaspa. The point being is Bitcoin mining as a whole right now is not, especially at its current price, it is not profitable. And therefore, when Kaspa ends up growing more adoption, with the Marathon diversifying their portfolio, is going to increase their adoption, Binance is going to increase their adoption. Effectively, we're going to eventually see more and more people jumping from Bitcoin and other projects to mine Kaspa, as it's just more beneficial. You make more money right now from mining Kaspa than you do from you make more money from mining Kaspa right now than you do from Bitcoin or any other project. So people are going to start jumping ship right now. We've got 85% almost mined, and continue going up. The hash rate has been going parabolic day after day, peaking at, I think it's 750 is its peak, and it's just continuing to go up. And this is going to go, in my opinion, absolutely crazy come the bull cycle, when people actually want to start making as much profit as possible. Kaspa's going to make so much more money. I hope KRC20 is smooth next launch. I think, based on the fact that they are taking such precautions, without a better choice of words, they're taking such patient care with it, I think that the next launch should be fully fleshed out. I think, again, for those who are unaware, when KRC20 was launched in a month or two ago, it had so many bugs, yet with those bugs, it still had more than 1 million transaction daily trading volume, which is more. Ethereum's blockchain has 1 million daily volume, and KRC20 had more than that on its terrible launch. So with a smooth launch, it would be even better than that. So yes, I think that we're going to see this. I think due to how much time they're taking to make sure that all of the issues are fleshed out and working, this next launch should be hopefully perfect. And then from that point onwards, it's just a case of working on improvements and also then working on the hard fork from 1 to 10 BPS. And we'll see then the KRC20 has been tested on 10 BPS on the testnet 11. So we know it works on that. They're trying to now do a test for testnet 10 on 1 BPS. But if we can get the mainnet to 10 BPS, we're going to see, what KRC20 has just a sliver of what its full potential is going to be. Because its full potential, realistically speaking, is 100 or 32. Like, it's overkill, but it can handle it. At least that's what it's been designed to do. Did hash dip during the drop? Let's check, shall we? Did the hash rate dip during the drop? No. From the looks of things, it did not. This is, I think, about a day or two behind. Yeah, it's about a day behind. But yeah, for the most part, no, the hash rate didn't drop. The hash rate didn't drop at all. So we're going to see, again, this is going to only increase as Kaspa grows in adoption. More and more project-less Kaspa, the more names get out there, we're going to see more people mining up Kaspa, more big Bitcoin and other mining projects decide to look at Kaspa as a more profitable form of making money. Then, yeah, it's going to go up from here. Yep, Leo's got it right. If you guys enjoy the stream, then please feel free to leave it a like, share with your friends, and also if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn more and, build your knowledge in the crypto market to build your knowledge, because your knowledge is power, then feel free to check out the free Discord server. Again, the link to join is in the description below, the comment section right now, and also on my channel. So check it out, and hopefully we'll see you there. I got some Nacho, but want to buy some more LOL. I have not heard of Nacho. Actually no, tell a lie, I have heard of it, but I have not looked into it. Let me quickly have a... Is Nacho or I don't see Nacho on CoinMarketCap at all, so I have no idea how good Nacho is. That seems like a very big risk, in my opinion. Seems like it's launched on the Polygon chain, which I know people do make some money through the chains themselves, whether it be the XRP Ledger blockchain, the Solana blockchain, like within the blockchains, people can make money through trading assets on there. But me personally, I am sticking to the safer ways for the meantime. I might change in the future when the bull market properly starts and everything goes parabolic. So much money to be made. I'll probably start going a bit more deep into the actual on-chain currencies, on-chain projects. But right now, I just go for the actual like cryptocurrencies themselves. I think with right now, personally, with Nacho not even being on CoinMarketCap, I think it's very, very risky. But if you are, confident in it, then more power to you, and I hope you make your investments and your money, sir. I really, really do. But yeah, right now we can see Kaspa is down roughly, I believe, 30%, 25% from its top, which might be a cause for concern for some people, but I don't think it is at all. I think we're going to see more consolidation around this period. I would not be surprised if Kaspa potentially dropped down as low as here. That might be a bit of a stretch. I think it's a high chance that this was the bottom. I think that 12.5 cents might be the bottom for Kaspa and many projects during that crash. But again, there's so much happening right now. The markets are in shambles all across the world. I saw something earlier that stated that, here, Bank of Japan, no more rate hikes in the near term due to market volatility. So it's already, struggling again. It went from struggling, crashing, to up, to back down. Like it's just complete shambles all around the world. So we have a chance to see lower lows incoming whilst, the governments are trying to sort it out. But I also think that this was all by design. I think they tried. Again, this to me is proof that, they're not just doing this blindly necessarily. I think they all have planned that they want crypto to take over. They put a blockchain in place. So they're now trying to just shake you out as much as possible. The US decided not to cut rates because they knew by not doing so, it would cause a problem. There's a reason why every other country around the world did cut their rates, but the US didn't. Why? Everyone else did it, so why would they not? Because it just caused them problems. So I think that this is by design, personally, and I think that they're trying to shake you out, and we'll start seeing reversals, hopefully, very, very shortly. But at the same time with them, again, buying it back, it's not like we're not going to see crypto come back. It's going to come back. I think that much is inevitable, and we're going to see many, many massive price surges from here. I think Kaspa, again, being at 15 cents, if it reaches just, $1.50, as some people think, that's a 10x. I don't see why it could not reach that comfortably in the bull cycle. I think $1 this year, personally. And then again, coming from there, we could see, easy 20x from here in Kaspa. And anyone who got into it even earlier, some who were fortunate enough to get it in at like $5, like me and some others. I know some people in my community who got in it at like 0.5 cents. Like they got into it really, really early, so early. And I'm honestly envious of them for doing their research early and finding what this project was about and taking that. I won't even say gamble, just taking the, I don't know if chance to gamble, they did their research and like, okay, I want to invest. And they've done a very, very good job, and they're up massively. And those people are not just, taking the top, they're just constantly keeping DCAing and just reading the market structures and understanding where the lows will come in, and they're just periodically putting in a bag. And I think those people are doing really, really well. And I think even now, you're still really, really early. You can still do really, really well with Kaspa and with other crypto projects. Kaspa's by far the most superior, in my opinion. But look here, again, Crypto Rover states, Black Rover bought $109.9 million worth of Ethereum yesterday with their Ethereum ETFs. That to you is proof, once again, that this crash is not the end of the world. It's not. It's not a sign of crypto's dead, Kaspa's dead, all these projects are going to crash. Like, it's just simply what is meant to happen. They're trying to scare you out, they're trying to trap you, so everyone will sell and they can buy up more. And I get it. It's very, very worrying, and it can be very How can Casper even reach $3 if it can't pump to $1 this year? Well, for a number of factors, right? For the fact that it could hit $1 this year, we don't know that just yet. But for the fact that A, Casper's not seen a bull cycle yet, so we don't know where the top's going to be. B, just based on indicators like the power law states the top for Casper would be at $3. So that is also a possibility. And for the fact that the power law takes into account the price of the project over time based on the emission schedules, it doesn't take into account the institutional adoption with the KII, with BlackRock and them not getting involved into crypto as well, and doesn't take into account as well the KRC20, the 10 block per second, and so much for. I think that $3 is a possibility for Casper. I think if it's going to stay within the power law, then I think it will reach the upper end and reach $3. But again, based on the factors that it's doing, like tier 1 exchange listings and everything else, I think we're going to see a lot more volatility for Casper to come, and I think it can go higher than $3 personally. No one in their right mind would think that Casper can pump from 40 cents max this year to $10 in just a year. Well, we don't. Again, I mean, if it reaches $40 cents max this year, then going to $10 would be a bit of a stretch. But again, there's so much coming within this next 18 months for crypto and for Casper. Institutional adoption, the KRC20, the 10 BPS. If smart contracts come out, then Casper will be able to compete with the number 2 blockchain, Ethereum. All the liquidity that happens, all the transactions happening on Ethereum would likely shift to Casper because it's a faster proof of work blockchain. It's more decentralized, it's more secure than Ethereum, and that means all the stable coins would then jump from Ethereum to Casper as well. So there's so much liquidity and volatility going through the Casper blockchain, it would give more use case to Casper as well, which will drastically increase its price. Increase demand without there being a higher supply. So it would increase from then. Smart contracts will do that. Again, you've got that. I don't know what happened this cycle, but that will be a big factor as well. And again, the tier 1 listings. If we get all these tier 1 listings, again, that would do massive things for Casper. I could be wrong again, but I think Casper has potential to go higher than 40 cents this cycle, but before the end of this year. I think Casper could reach as high as $1 before the end of 2024. And the next few months are going to be we're going to see highs and lows in the market, as we always do, as we lead up to the bull cycle. We're going to see some high points, some low points, but I think we're going to start seeing from at some point this month, if not early next month, we're going to start seeing some gradual accumulation and just some good price movement for Casper and other projects in the market as well. If the smart contracts go well, then we can flip a Solana and Ethereum in the future. Yeah, exactly. If smart contracts go very, very well, which they're in development, I believe I saw something from the dev saying that it normally takes about 18 to 24 months to come out, and that was announced, I think June, July time. It would therefore mean that if smart contracts come out, we'd be seeing a potentially late 2025 bull cycle or potentially early 2026 bear market. So that means either we'll see smart contracts send Casper even higher to compete with Ethereum in that lot, or we'll see it, stem the bleeding of Casper when it corrects with the rest of the crypto market. Look at the hash rate too. It gives no F's about the market. Exactly. One thing I saw earlier. Let me find the source. But this is something that is important because again, it had to do with the institutions right now. It's something that mentioned that right now, the institutions don't care about. Is it this post? No, this post. Yes, right here. So you can see right here. This is a post from institutions from the stock digital asset blue chip. They have confirmed right here that this stock asset blue chip caters to institutional investors right now, and it states that the market right now is focusing on high quality digital assets investments based on their adoption, security, community, and innovation, not market cap. We're going into a crypto market bull cycle right now that sooner or later it won't matter. The market cap of the assets won't be a deciding factor anymore. It's going to be about what their technology brings to the society we're in as blockchains being incorporated into the back end of the system. It's not going to be market cap. It's going to be for their adoption, with capital adoption is growing quickly. Security, Casper is the most secure proof of work there is. It solves a trilemma. The community is growing more and more, and innovation. Casper is the most innovative project in this space. 10 BPS incoming, so much more coming from then. Like, it would not surprise me at some point if Kaspa ends up just exploding, because we're going to see so much more adoption. It won't matter about the market cap, it'll matter about what they are building. So that, for me, is another crucial reason why Kaspa has the potential to explode in price, reaching targets potentially as high as $7 or $10. Depending on if everything comes out this cycle, then definitely, I think it's a possibility we can reach as high as that. If not, then it'll stem the bleeding, and we'll just see even more massive returns to follow from the next bull cycle. And again, institutions are getting involved. That could play a crucial factor into the price of Kaspa going forward. There's only one other coin to ever do that, to gain hash rates even during the pumps, and the other is Bitcoin. Exactly. Like, Kaspa is following what Bitcoin's doing, if not more strictly than what Bitcoin is doing. It's the only other proof of work to do as Bitcoin has done. It's another project to follow Bitcoin's original vision: proof of work, no pre-mining, pre-allocations, no pre-allocation to the devs, fair launch proof of work. It's, meant to be a medium of exchange, a store of value. Bitcoin's lost the medium exchange factor of it to be a peer-to-peer, but it is Kaspa's right now following religiously to what Bitcoin is doing. And it is increasing in hash rate time and time again, and that alone will also add to its value. As the hash rate goes up, so will the value of the project, because the hash rate is indicating the adoption of the project. So the hash rate right now, being at 720 or whatever it is right now, the hash rate means that right now this project is the second highest project to attack, 41% attack cost. So it's literally right behind Bitcoin now, and it's just surpassed Litecoin. This project is Kaspa's already close to reaching 1 EH, 1,000 petahash per second. And as the hash rate goes up, the price will go up as well. We've seen it from the hash rate chart. As price goes up, so does the price of the project as well. A lot still needs to go right for Kaspa, but with DAG Tech, I feel better about holding more than others. Exactly. I mean, I said it earlier in the stream as well. Kaspa, in my opinion, has the most to lose. It has so much to lose, because everything that's happening with Kaspa right now it's still all in development, right? Everything else seems to have something going for it right now, and Kaspa does have a lot going for it, but like, everything's still in development. But at the same time, everything they have done so far, and they have been building so far, has been working. It's been going right. 10 BPS works. We know 10 BPS works. So they've achieved that already. We need to see the hard fork onto the mainnet, but we know it works already. So it's not like they're not doing the right things. They're doing the right things. And once the things come out, once these developments come out, we're going to see the true value of Kaspa start to come to fruition, where it's going to start blowing tops off and just going higher and higher in value. It's got a lot to prove. But Dagonite will be a massive, massive thing for Kaspa. Smart contracts will allow it to compete with every other blockchain, including the likes of Ethereum, the top blockchain right now. 100 BPS, if that was to happen, would make it the fastest blockchain, like, ever. Instantaneous transaction fees, like, it would be insane. And everything else is building from then, CasPay and everything else it's doing. There's so much to come for Kaspa. I require coffee. Me too, man. It's been a very long day, and I am knackered. I'm very, very tired. Smart contract on a layer 1 that solves Trilemma would be huge. Precisely, Leo. Precisely. Smart contract on a layer 1 is absolutely insane, and a project that solves a Trilemma. Whereas Ethereum has smart contracts, and the reason why Ethereum's number 2 is because it has smart contracts. So that is very, very big. But Ethereum is not decentralized. That's the shortcomings of Ethereum. It's scalable, and it is secure. It's scalable and secure, but it's not decentralized. It had pre-allocation and ICOs, whereas Kaspa has none of that. So if it has smart contracts, it will be able to compete with Ethereum, not to mention the fact that the creator of smart contracts, a man named Nick Szabo, I'll get the post up. I showed it again in my last stream, but it's so important to know these things. Nick Szabo, Captain Sats, put it on this page. Where's the video? Where is it? Here. This post right here. Nick Szabo. Forget the Satoshi thing. Nick Szabo, he is the creator behind smart contracts, and he states in this post right here that the founders of Kaspa, Aviv Zohar, Jonathan Polinsky, they are experts on the security of Bitcoin, which is a skill and knowledge set in scarce supply. So that in itself is massive, massive news. They know what they are doing. They have been preached time and time again in institutional papers from industry experts on the protocols that they are building. That in itself is going to be massive, massive news. We're going to see Kaspa solve the Trilemma, and it will have smart contracts. It will be huge, literally game changing. About high block rates, 10 BPS would not be much faster than 1 BPS, but it will allow it to scale much better. Yeah, I mean, and then again, 10 BPS is just a stepping stone to what to come as well, 32, 100, and so on. Like, Kaspa having 100 BPS would be overkill, in my opinion. It doesn't need that much, but it could do that. It would be able to do that because they have the protocols for it. It's not scalable, that's why it requires layer 2. Okay, yeah, there you go. So Ethereum in itself is only secure. You need layer 2 to be scalable. But even then, like, point being is Kaspa with smart contracts, with the KRC20, with 10 BPS, would blow Ethereum out of the water. The number 2 project. It would absolutely dominate it. And then, it'd be no contest to Solana as well and Tron. Solana is, I believe it's faster than Ethereum, but it's not secure. It's not secure at all, and it's also not decentralized. So that's the reason why Solana's not taken over from Ethereum, at least not yet, because people don't like the fact that it's not secure. Even though it's faster, it's not secure, so people don't want to take that risk, which is understandable. But Kaspa would solve all those problems, and then some, and it'd be the fastest. So when Kaspa has smart contract, whether it be end of 2025, come in 2026, and they have the 10 BPS on the KRC20, it's a no-brainer that Kaspa will end up increasing its adoption massively, which will then increase its use case, which will then increase its price. And when you have projects like, again, the KII, who are going to be helping in getting Kaspa's name out there to institutions. I'm going to go down here to their global awareness education, educational campaigns, industry partnerships, global events and conferences, which they're doing that this month and next month. If not all, like, it's going to happen in the next, 1 to 2 months. We're going to see a lot of this happening right now. This is, again, proof that Kaspa's adoption is only going to grow more and more and more. We're going to see institutional partnerships into Kaspa, and we're going to see so much more into the price action for this project. God Candle incoming, 10 BPS incoming, XODEX incoming. Well, there you go. It's so much. It's simple as that. I think that right now you are lucky. I've been saying it for the past week right now. Everyone who, was watching Kaspa, saw it reaching an all-time high, and, got in here, it's unfortunate that Kaspa corrected right after that due to the market structures, which, again, me and my members in my community was able to call this happening, so we were prepared. And we didn't. Some of us got in here, but some of us also called the bottoms here. Some of us got in here at, 13 cents as well. But those who saw the all-time high, no, this is not the top. So you're still fine, in my opinion. And those who are in here right now, you are in prime time position, I believe. You're in a very, very strong position, because it is, in my opinion, inevitable that crypto and Kaspa is going to go up from here. The fact that Kaspa follows the power laws, follows the same thing as Bitcoin. If any other project, if it was centralized, right, I would be less likely to say it's guaranteed to go up, because the developer could just rug pull it, take all the money, and you're screwed. But because Kaspa is not, the chance of Kaspa going up is just it can't be rug pulled. So Kaspa will go up in value from here. For me, it's a no-brainer, and we'll see Kaspa go up more and more and more. Stables on Ethereum for security, stables on Tron for affordability. Kaspa will do both of those, but much more secure and cheaper. Again, exactly. There's benefits to using these blockchains, whether it be security, whether it be affordability, whether it be speed. Tron, Solana, Ethereum, they have different use cases for that matter. But when it comes to Kaspa, it can do all of them. More secure, more affordable, and faster. So when Kaspa has these smart contracts and stablecoins on their chain, it will become the most sought out blockchain, in my opinion, in this market, because it will just it has everything that it has, the combination of all the best parts of other projects, and that will cause so much more dodge for this project, and therefore so much higher price action. Come in 2025, again, depending on developments, we could see what Rust nodes being mined 100% hard thought will happen. Right now, the Rust nodes are sitting at a 6% 8%. And this does not mean the migration from Rust to Go. This just means that out of the miners right now, 96% of them are mining on Rust nodes as opposed to Go nodes. But it is confirmed that Kaspa runs on Rust already. It has Rust implemented, and the Rust is just it's like a piece of code, effectively, a protocol that will allow the hard fork of 10 blocks per second to happen on the mainnet. So when the hard fork happens to 10 BPS, these Go nodes will go to 0 because it won't be backwards compatible then. So right now, it's the same. Right now, imagine this. This is Windows 10, that is Windows 7. People, of course, will still want to use the old Windows 7 because it's what they prefer, it's what they're used to. But eventually, Windows might decide, we don't want Windows 7 anymore, we're going to shut it down. And they'll be forced to use to Windows 10. That's what's going to happen with Kaspa, but Kaspa's going to give them a lot of forewarning. But 10 BPS is going to happen, it'll be a hard fork, but we have the protocols in there already, and we're going to see just a complete shift in that regard, and we'll see a lot more, it'll be faster. Again, 10 BPS makes it 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, which is massive, massive news. Isn't power law bearish for 2020? Yeah, but the power law, effectively, in my opinion, I think about power law is that's where, for my 25 prediction, it says the top for the power law, the top of the power law for 2025 is $3. And for me, that's conservative because the power law takes into emissions, so price over time. But it doesn't take into account institutional adoption, tier 1 listings, and all the other, the blockchain, the 10 BPS, all the other major catalysts happening with Kaspa is simply just emissions over time. So, and institutions being, in my opinion, the wild card in all of this, I think that we could see Kaspa shoot out above the power law band and go higher. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, Rust does not require hard fork. The hard fork in itself is a 10 BPS. Rust is just the code to allow the hard fork. This is not happening though. Seems like a last Go node operators are living somewhere in a cave in India. Well, again, like I said, if they don't switch, that is on them. They will be, as Shy had confirmed in a post, they will be giving them a lot of forewarning, as they have to. It is their job, and I don't want people to lose out. They will give them a lot of forewarning to shift from Go to Rust. If they don't do that, they'll be screwed in that regard. But they're going to migrate to 10 BPS. That is inevitable, and they have the means to do so now. When's the hard fork? The hard fork again. That is anyone's guess. I would like to believe the hard fork. I think what's going to happen is we'll see KRC20 be completely fleshed out and released. Hopefully, this next relaunch will be hopefully one of the final ones, and then we'll see the full release happening in the month or two after that. Before the end of this year, 2024, we should see the KRC20 released, and we already know that the KRC20 has been tested and has been able to run on the testnet 11, which runs on 10 BPS. So I personally believe that we will see KRC20 launched, and after that, we will then see the migration from 1 to 10 BPS on the mainnet, a hard fork, and then so it'll probably happen I think we could potentially see it late this year, 2024. If not, I think early 2025 we'll see the hard fork, and then we'll see the increase in adoption for Kaspa, and it happening regardless. I think we're going to see it in this bear market, in this bull cycle, and that's going to be massive for Kaspa and its price. Not sure anyone but Rust has most of the nodes up by now. Soon, I'm sure. Whenever they decide to push to 10 BPS and without more activity on the network, it's not really needed. I mean, if there is no rush, it's not really needed. But you got to think about it. There's not any need to, in a sense. But again, we are starting to build into what is going to be the biggest bull cycle in history, with institutions getting involved. KII are going to be doing massive things for the adoption of Kaspa as well, and more importantly, the crypto market right now, I think the statistic going around is it's like 7% of the population, the world population, is in crypto. And now institutions are starting to incorporate blockchain into the back end of the financial system. Point being is we are going to see the biggest bull cycle for retailers and institutions ever seen before. And it's going to keep going from there more and more and more. Just like how when the internet first came out. The internet first came out, no one believed in it. And now you're watching this video through the internet. Like, this crypto's the same thing as the internet, but for payments. That's what crypto is right now. That's where it's becoming. So from that point on, we're going to see so much more adoption in crypto, in projects like Kaspa, and then 10 BPS will become more of a necessity. There's no rush for it right now. So take their time, do what they need to do, make sure it's all properly fleshed out. But from there on, we're going to see a lot more momentum for projects like Kaspa when 10 BPS comes out, and from there on, when they eventually start to work more on Dagnite and make 32 and 100, and we'll see it go further from then to then take the crowns of these projects like Ethereum, who just won't be able to compete. Solana, Tron, all of the other projects, they just won't be able to compete. That'll be massive for Kaspa. I'm going to hold 30k Kas into the bear market. I mean, yeah, that me personally, for my strategy for how I'm doing this is I'm going to be keep buying dips in Kaspa where I can and keep accumulating more and more and more as it goes up. And I'll take my profits at certain margins, probably at, I'll take maybe a little bit of $1. I don't think I'm going to take anything under $1. I don't think I need to, personally. So I'll take, when it gets to $1, I'll take a little bit out, put it into another asset maybe, or just put it back into Kaspa at a later date. When another low comes in maybe, and again take out at $1.50, $2, etc. or so on. And then when the top comes in, whatever that may be, let's say the top is $5. Just again, for me, is a very conservative prediction. $5. Let's say top is $5. I'll take out there and put it into another asset, maybe in gaming cryptos, because that's going to be another market that I see doing very well in the future to come. And then when the bear market comes in and we get lower lows, I'm going to keep just buying dips. And I'll eventually, when the next bull run happens, I'll be even more rich. That's because that's how I see Kaspa, especially with where it's going. That's my strategy for how I'm going into Kaspa. KRC20 is using 1 PBS, not 10 PBS. Yeah, simple. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're getting the answers in the chat. Shout out Mr. Miles, helping out the community as always. You're my man. But yeah, right now Kaspa, KRC20 is running on 1 BPS, not 10. It can run on 10 on the testnet 11, but the mainnet's only 1. But they're going to switch to 10 in the future. That has been confirmed already. You're welcome, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be, a hype man, nothing like that. I'm not trying to, make you sell your as my man David Salazar. My man David Salazar always says he's selling his kids' kidneys and his tuition, all that stuff. I'm not trying to make you sell your kidneys to get into Kaspa, but there is so much coming in for Kaspa in the future that it is, for me, the predictions of $1.50 to $3. People say that's the highest it will go. I'm like, if you want to believe that, go for it. Like I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I think everyone's entitled to their own opinions by all means, and I think that it's not a bad bet to say it's going to go to that price. But I think if it goes to that price, great. Even if it goes to $1.50 max at this point right now, like you're seeing at 15 cents. That's a 10x. So you're already making 10x your money, which is great. But I think that's conservative based on what's happening, based on the fact that we're going to see the biggest market ever in history of institutional adoption, something that no one can predict how much money is going to come to this market. I think $1.50 is conservative. I think it's too conservative. I think it's, dare I say, inevitable. I think we'll see $3 being the top end of the power law band as the medium. But I think Kaspa will break above it. It had the potential to do so. If we have these tier 1 listings, which, again, to reiterate, Binance Futures and mining pool for Kaspa already. Kraken Futures. OKX is part of the KEF, so they are working with Kaspa projects. Coinbase funded the research. Polychain Capital, they funded the research for DagLab for Kaspa in its initial staging. These exchanges, these 4 big exchanges know of Kaspa. So I think we will see definitely one of them, likely Binance the first one in my opinion at this rate, we'll see them list Kaspa first. And from there on, and if Binance were to list Kaspa, the price surge we'll see in this project, it would be in the best interest of these institutions to then be like, oh gosh, we need to fill our bags in Kaspa, because otherwise this project's going to shoot up massively and we're going to miss putting Kaspa on our exchange at low prices. They'll be paying a premium to list Kaspa. So if Binance comes first, we could likely see an onslaught of all the other major exchanges listing Kaspa. And I think Binance will list it this in this bull cycle, definitely. Based on what's happening right now, I don't see why they wouldn't. They're building up for it, definitely. That right now, the mining pool is just it's like the long-term strategy method of them building up the liquidity on their blockchain, because they want to list Kaspa right now because of how big the exchange is. They'd have to buy up so much Kaspa that we see a massive surge in price, yes, but then that makes it it's counterproductive for them to list it right then, because they're going to be paying so much. If they do it accumulatively and do it slowly, they can do it under the radar, then buy up a little bit and then boom, list it. At least that's how I see it right now. Whenever I need to revive my faith on Kaspa, I watch your videos and Crypto Chris videos. I mean, yeah, I'm here to spread the love in the Caspa community, help bring awareness to the project, and also just to give back a little bit. Like I said, I started these streams a week ago. I've been thoroughly enjoying it, interacting with you lot, and you've made it a great experience for me. I was really worried about the live streams, but you've made it comfortable, to say the least. And at the similar time of me doing the live streams, I decided to launch a Discord server, a free to join Discord server, because I figured, again, I'll put the link in the chat right now. It's a free to join server where right now we're all just building our knowledge in this market, in this space, to find more info on Caspa and more market indicators, but also just information on any project in this space to help us build our knowledge to find the true crypto gems. So I welcome you. Please come and join. And yeah, if you also join the stream, leave a like and share with your friends and subscribe if you're new. Haldmir, to be honest, I brought many people into Caspa. Every time it pumped, I felt like a glorified savior to the plebs, and all were thanking me the whole time. I mean, yeah, I will slip a little line here to my mates here and there when I'm saying, yeah, you think you need to look at Caspa. A lot of them, though, they are slightly more casual traders, so they only trade on like the Binances and the Coinbases, which is fine, but it's also sucks because they're doing that. For one, they haven't got a hard storage or a cold storage or a hard wallet, which I tell them is stupid. Because if you've got your money on exchanges, you could have a repeat of FTX and they take all your money and you're screwed. You should always have a hard wallet. It's a safer thing to do. I have one, Tangent, I use that. And I think it's just a very safe way to keep the crypto safe. And also, if you're getting Caspa now when it's early, before the exchanges, you'll have cheap Caspa, and you can use it on exchanges like LBank. LBank Exchange, 0.1% fees, transaction fees. So you can put £1,000 into Caspa and you're paying $1. $1,000 into Caspa, you're paying $1. You're paying next to nothing. You're getting all of your money, worthwhile your money. So I'm telling them to get into Caspa, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll look into it. And they never do. And I'm just like, yeah, honestly, I'm here just sitting back, and I'm just like, I told you guys, you should have got in, but you're not listening to me. Beebs, first time here and with Binance Pool launching Caspa mining services, do you think a tier 1 listing will come sooner than later? Welcome here, Beebs. Great to have you here. And to answer that question, I made a video on that 2 days ago on my channel, which covers it, I guess, more definedly. But to give you an answer right here for you, Binance right now has Caspa futures and also Caspa mining pool with 0 fees, which is important to know. So right now, what Binance are effectively doing is they are building up their liquidity, their bags of Caspa on their exchange, on their platform. And this will, in time, increase their bag more and more and more to the point where they will eventually have enough liquidity to just list Caspa. That's how I see it. So right now, how soon it will be is anyone's guess. I would like to believe, depending on where the market's going, I think we could see it before the end of this year. If not, we will definitely see, in my opinion, a Binance listing this bull cycle. And then I think we'll see many tier 1s follow that after that as well. It's a very, very big deal seeing Binance zero fees as well. The 0 fees factor means there's no real downside. There's no reason not to use the Binance mining pool to mine Caspa. There's no reason not to. They're not paying anything for it besides the electricity and their software and the miner itself. Like, if they had to pay for the miner, that means like they have no reason not to. So it's a very, very big factor. And combine that with the Marathon Digital Holdings, who are now diversifying their portfolio into Caspa alongside Bitcoin, and their shareholders are the likes of BlackRock, Jane Street, Vanguard, the big people at Wall Street. I think we're going to see a lot of big price move for Caspa this bull cycle 2025, even in the next few months as well. And we'll see some tier 1 listings definitely, I'm sure. The Binance head CEO just got out of prison from the other day. A day later, Caspa mining pools were up. I mean, yeah, I saw that as well, actually. CZ got out of prison, which, yeah, it might be a weird coincidence, although I don't think coincidence really exists in this market. I think everything is pre-planned. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. I guess it's a good thing he got out. If the allegations were fake, which I haven't looked into it properly, I just saw the news. I was like, okay, that's cool then. But yeah, I think Binance listing would be big for Caspa. A big one as well also would be Coinbase. When that'll happen again, not sure, but I think we will see it soon enough. Coinbase have connections to Caspa. I've showed it in previous videos and also my previous live streams. I can show it very briefly again right here. This post here, this website here. This website is wiki.caspa.org. DAGlabs. DAGlabs is the venture art. DAGlabs is like the company that was developing Caspa. And Kaspa was envisioned by research and development company DAG through the investment by Polychain Capital. This is an investment arm of Coinbase Exchange, right? And the founder Jon Polisky, and Polychain paid $8 million to rent the brainpower of the team above. Shai, Michael Sutton, Mike Zak, etc., etc. Like it's massive news. And not to mention as well, there's a lot of connections with BlackRock, the largest the $10 trillion asset manager, and the likes of Coinbase are going to acquire Coinbase likely in the future. And if that happens as well, the fact that they're already with Digital Marathon are mining Kaspa now, we will likely see more deeper connections to the likes of BlackRock and Kaspa as well, potentially Kaspa ETFs. That's probably a bit longer in the future, but Kaspa ETFs is something that I believe will happen in the future, and that will increase more institutional adoption into Kaspa. It will make it, I guess, in that aspect more centralized, because big institutions will have hold of the project in the ETF, but it will help the price action in that regards as well. Okay, Binance is collecting Kaspa from average miners. Coinbase are collecting their Kaspa from Marathon. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Well, I see if you read the chat, and I just covered that. Yeah, effectively, Binance is doing it from the average miners, and Coinbase are doing it from Marathon. Probably, and for me, it's again, we will see these two list Kaspa soon. I think this one might come first, Binance, but I think we'll see these two hopefully in this bull cycle, if not very shortly afterwards. A lot of the projects that were launched in like a lot of these projects that came out in the last cycle, before the last bull run, they got their tier 1 listings after the bull cycle in the bear market. But hopefully, so that, and the reason why is because all the projects were down, so they could list the project at a very, very cheap price, and they'll make profit in the future. So that might be the strategy they're going to use again. If they use that, that would be unfortunately you probably wouldn't see $10 Kaspa by that point if we don't get tier 1s. But I think there's a lot of development happening right now, and with it being such a massive bull cycle, that we'll probably see these big top tier exchanges listing Kaspa soon. Must have heard of Kaspa from the cellmate, imagine. Yeah, I think CZ probably did hear of Kaspa from the cellmate. I think anyone who doesn't know us, every big name in this space, I think know of Kaspa one way or the other. But like, if they don't know of Kaspa, then they're not doing their research. I mean, Kaspa is not a small project anymore. It's not like it was, a year ago where it was still not even a top 100. Kaspa is now a top 22. It reached top 20 earlier like 2 days ago. It's a top 22 crypto project with no tier 1s. Everyone here obviously knows of Kaspa, and anyone in the crypto space should have done some research into Kaspa, because it's not a small project. And if you look at this market chart again, why would you not look at this project? That's one of the healthiest market charts in this crypto space. Just constant higher highs and higher lows. It is doing exactly as it's meant to be doing as a proof of work to follow Bitcoin's vision. It's a really, really strong project. Binance started the mining pool as a direct response to Marathon and Coinbase connections. There you go, exactly. That's also going to be a reason why, because these two are the top two biggest exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. Coinbase in America, Binance the rest of the world, effectively. And whichever one launches them first, we're going to see a massive spike in price for Kaspa. So it's likely that once one lists them, we'll see the next one afterwards. It's very, very possible. So it's kind of like a tug of war, effectively. They're trying to see who's going to get enough liquidity first to list Kaspa. They all have connections. The connections are all there, and it's going to be very, very big for Kaspa price action to the future to come. I remind myself that Marathon, which is Bitcoin's largest mining company in the world, mines only 2 coins. There you go. That's exactly right, Beeves. If you want more proof that Kaspa's going to do amazing things in the future, just look at it this way. Mara only mined Bitcoin for the longest time and now diversified to Kaspa. Now, they might have done that because Bitcoin mining is not profitable right now, but regardless, they chose Kaspa. They didn't choose Litecoin or any of the other so-called proof of work projects. They chose Kaspa. So that is a very, very big thing, the first time in history. And Bitcoin Max got very, very salty about that. Hey, ours called an S coin You were calling S-Coin shill all of last year when people were telling me how amazing Casper Tech was. Who's laughing now? That's literally all it is. Anytime you tell someone about this project, I mean, early stages, I get it. All of last year when the project was, sitting down below 5 cents, it was very, very easy to fund this project. Like I said, I looked at it at $3 and I was hesitant. So I didn't buy it at $3 because I was hesitant. I didn't think the project was bad, but I was like, I'm not sure. I looked at it very, very briefly. I was like, I'm not sure. Once it got to $5, I was like, okay, I need to do more research. I did my research. I was like, okay, should have got this at $3, going at 5, 100%, going up. And I've been just going from then since. So, and again, you have people like Da Vinci Jeremy and Fred Krueger who are still for this project calling it an S-Coin. I'm not going to swear, but they're calling it a rubbish coin. And they are either funding the project because they want to hide the fact that they're filling their bags, or they just don't do their research. And this project is just going to keep proving people wrong time and time again. So yeah, so anyone who got in early, props to you. Anyone who gets in now, props to you. I think this is dirt cheap for Casper. 16 cents for Casper is dirt cheap. And I think in the next month or two to come ahead, I don't think we'll see Casper reach these low prices again. I think Casper's going to start making this push to 30, 40, 50 cents, $1 by the end of the year. You're welcome, Bees, man. I'm glad you're here. And again, for anyone who's new to the stream or just joining and you're enjoying the streams, please feel free to give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. And also, if you want to learn more about the crypto market, I just created a free Discord server. Right now, we're all working together to build our knowledge. So if you want to learn more, feel free to give it a join, and we look forward to seeing you there. I have 6.6 mil Casper. Do you think it'll be sufficient to make? Nah, I think you need to get more redeem. 6.6 million Casper is not enough. What do you mean? 6.6 million Casper? Jeez, you're retiring next. You're retiring next year, and you're living off that for the rest of your life. There's no doubt in my mind. Yep, jerk. As you said, Mr. Miles, he's a jerk. What about the meme coins coming soon? Yeah, the meme coins on Casper will be big as well. I think meme coins is something that I appreciate for the fact of what they are, because they do make you profits. But right now I'm not looking into meme coins because they are the most risky assets, the highest volatile assets in the crypto space, because there's no utility backing them. They're literally just meme tokens. They can go up and down whatever they choose to, really. Now there are chances to call them, but for me, I don't look at meme tokens too much right now. They might change in a bull cycle where, the tops are in and you're trying to make money quickly, whatever. But right now I don't look at meme coins. But the meme coins, right now it is still, to an extent, meme coin season. I know Brett's one of the biggest earners right now in the last, month or two. Brett's doing really, really well. Pepe did really, really well recently as well. Turbo, you got other meme tokens. So the meme tokens will do well, I believe, on the KRC20. But right now, I'm not too clued into meme coins because it's not where my bags are at right now. My bags are pretty much all in Casper, and then some hedged around, diversified into real world utility tokens like XRP, XLM, and HBAR and whatnot. And then I will be looking into gaming tokens closer to the actual start of the bull cycle, because right now they're all-time lows, and I think there are lows still to come. So I don't want to get into them just yet. But when the cycle starts, I'll be putting some of my bags in that as well, because some of these projects, if they return to all-time highs or even higher than that, a lot of these gaming projects are like 30x's. So I'm looking into them, researching into them more and more. I'll be going in, when I feel the time is right in the market. Meme coins will bring more attention to Casper and show off what they can do. Memes are perfect to prove a concept and for stress testing, exactly. I meant 3 cents, not $3. Yeah, that's what I meant. 3 cents, not $3. When I was looking at Casper. I mean, I'm looking at Casper all the time. If anyone looks at Casper at $3, depending on the timing, you might be too late. Anyone looking into it right now, perfect. You're looking at it at 3 cents. When I did and I didn't get into it, then if you did get into it, then great. But 5 cents. I mean, I'm very happy going at 5 cents. Anyone gets into it now, I think equally doing very well for yourself. The Banana Republic, can I borrow 2 mil Casper as a small loan? Yeah, I'm with you there. I swapped all my bags, including Bitcoin, to Casper at 1 cent. Best move I've ever made in crypto. Damn. 15, 16x up right now, 1 cent. 1 cent Casper, you would have been in, March around March time, if not maybe in this dip here. But yeah, early last year, over a year ago, year and a half ago. Yeah, I mean, if you put your full bags into Kaspa this early, I think at that point you don't even really need to hold any other bag. You can just hold Kaspa. Now, as you get in a little bit later, or you want to just, again, hedge your bets, then I diversify a little bit. But yeah, you're doing very, very well. Kaspa at 1 cent, you're living life, my friend. Yes, Israel, brother, it's still very, very early. Anything under $1, it's early, exactly. I have 150,000 Kaspa. Do you think it'll be sufficient for this bull market? I think, if I go to the top addresses, I think if Kaspa is to reach the price, you can see the, crabs, dolphins, sharks, everyone else here. I think if Kaspa reaches the price of $5 this bull cycle, meaning we'd see roughly a 30x or so in price, 150k, you're fine. If you see a 30x, you're seeing, $450,000 to your name. So yeah, I think you are definitely in a good position if you have 150k. I think anyone could reach, like, obviously if you want to be a millionaire, you've got to put more money in. But and while I say that, long-term wise, if you're holding Kaspa as a very long-term investment, and it could reach potentially 10, if not higher than that, like, 7 odd years in the line. Well, 10 is a possibility of this bull market, I think. But as you're looking at like maybe $20 Kaspa, then then you could just be fine with 150k. But again, me personally, I think you can never have too much Kaspa. Even that guy even my man, Redeem with 6.6 mil Kaspa, he understands you can never have too much Kaspa. I'm sure he's still filling his bags, and I don't blame him. 150k is a very, very strong shout. So I think you're comfortable, definitely comfortable. But again, you can never have too much Kaspa. I'm still filling my bag to this day. Do you think Kaspa will introduce smart contract this cycle? It depends. It depends, because Kaspa announced smart contracts and their development in July, and I'm pretty sure the devs like Jonathan Sobolisky and Shai mentioned that smart contracts with where they're at will take 18 to 24 months, so a year and a half to 2 years, which means that we will see it either the end of 2025 or early bear cycle 2026. And keep in mind, Kaspa as well, they're perfectionists, so they might even take longer than that because there's some issues they want to make sure it's perfect. So if we see smart contracts this cycle, I think we could potentially, it'll compete with Ethereum. I think we could see, $7, $10 Kaspas potentially. But if not, it might be slightly lower, $6, $5. But I think there's a possibility at that. As Mr. Mars says it, if you want a house, then if you want to just buy a house, then 150k Kaspa might be enough. But if you want to retire and just live off your investment for your life, then maybe not. But again, it depends on how you. For me, I'm probably going to. I'm going to be investing, my whole life. Think about Warren Buffett. He's in his 90s, he's still investing. Like, it's something that I'll be doing for the rest of my life. So I will always have a Kaspa bag. I'll always be investing to Kaspa and keep going and cycling more and more and more. And that's what. And I'll always be filling my bags. So for me, Kaspa is, because I'm how early I'm into Kaspa. Kaspa is something that I will be able to retire off. But I'm going to keep it in my bags and keep going in more and more and more. That's how I'm going through it. My average is 0.5. 5 cents Kaspa. Whale here. Crypto cash. My man, you are living life. Whale, of course. A whale meaning that you have over 10 million Kaspa. If you're actually true to you being a whale, you've got 10 million Kaspa. Yeah, you are set for life, my friend. You are living life, definitely. I'm jealous of everyone over 1 mil Kaspa. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm jealous of everyone with 1 mil Kaspa. Yeah, truer words never stated right there. If you want to send me a few Kaspa for all hard work promoting it, it'll be here. Yeah, if anyone wants to send some money over, go for it. I'm joking. My target for this year is 400k Kaspa. I won't say how much I got by the Dolphin. Yeah, I also, like you, Mr. Mars, I keep my total holdings close to my chest. But like I said, I've been in it for a while. and I'll continue filling my bags. 500k Casper, Herbert would be very, very big if you can reach that. So by all means, keep going for it, keep filling your bags, and keep making that bread, my friend. And on that note, it's been an hour and a half stream. Thoroughly enjoyed it once again. You people are amazing. In my opinion, Casper has the best team devs in the crypto space. Damn straight, Beebs. And Casper's got the best project in the space as well. But yeah, I'm going to have to call the stream right there. Thank you all for joining. If you enjoyed the stream, please leave it a like, share with your friends again, and subscribe if you're new. And equally, if you guys want to learn more and build your knowledge, because right now, I said the next 18 to 24 months, I think the most important time for Casper and crypto in general. If you want to build your knowledge, because knowledge is power, it pays to be knowledgeable, then feel free to join my free Discord server. Link in the description, in the comment section, and on my channel. And we look forward to seeing you there. And we will we will see you hopefully same time tomorrow. So that'll be 12 p.m. midday EST, 9 a.m. PT, 11:30 p.m. for Australia, man, Leroy, and also that's 4 p.m. GBT. See you guys tomorrow.